Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into a roadmap for building your mindset first and then constructing your habit empire. It's all about starting with those core beliefs and evolving into a system that lasts.
I'm excited to dig into that. So we're talking about laying down the foundation before we jump into the tactics, right?
Exactly. First is the mindset architecture. I'm the kind of person who keeps small promises daily, which is more powerful than just chasing outcomes like fluent English or better health.
Absolutely. Right. So it's like if you set the identity first, then your actions, your habits can align effortlessly.
Yep, it's like identity greater than outcomes greater than tactics. If you truly embrace that identity, you'll naturally repeat the small, consistent actions without much willpower.
That makes sense. It's like the foundation is already set to support all your actions.
Exactly. And then, adding to that, there's this neat framework called the four builders. They break down habits into four parts: obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying, each with an inverse rule for breaking bad habits.
Right. Like you hide cues to break habits instead of triggering them. Sure, I love that if you want to break a habit, just hide the cue idea. But don't you think sometimes the cues are so integral that removing them might inadvertently affect the good habits too?
Okay, that's a fair point. But it's about focusing on the ones you want to build versus those you want to break. The builders help you design triggers for consistency.
Got it. So then we also have lead versus lag indicators, right? You track what you control every day, like minutes spoken or deep work blocks, and eventually the lag outcomes follow.
Yes, exactly. It's like you're focusing on the actions rather than waiting for results like weight loss or fluency. You set up lead metrics and the lag metrics will catch up eventually.
I really like that approach. It shifts the focus from outcome anxiety to process confidence.
Absolutely. And then the mindset also incorporates what they call anti-fragile rules. Never miss twice, start lines not deadlines, default to minimum, and progress beats performance. These rules help to cushion those inevitable slip-ups.
Right, so you don't fall into an all or nothing trap. Totally. It's like having a built-in failsafe where one misstep won't derail the entire routine.
Exactly, and there's more. Key reframes like motivation follows action and time is designed, not found, really flip the common narrative. It tells you, start small and the whole momentum builds up.
Yeah, that really resonates with me. Moving on, how do we transition this mindset into like an actionable plan?
Great segue. Part two is essentially the habit empire blueprint. First, you identify three keystone habits, one per domain like health, focus, and learning. That's the idea of winning small first.
So, for example, a 10-minute walk for health, one deep work block for focus, and maybe 5 words plus a short voice note for learning. Is that it?
Yes, exactly. And then defining your minimum viable version, or MVH, is crucial. You map out the exact first step that takes less than 2 minutes, like shoes on, out the door, one block. Keep it crystal clear.
That makes things super achievable. And this also includes designing cues and the environment, right? So that the necessary tools and reminders are right in front of you.
Right. For cues, it might be having your headphones on your desk, shoes by the door, or prepping things the night before. Even adding friction to distractions, like putting social media on page 2, is part of it.
That's really smart. It's all about structuring your world to support you.
Exactly. And then implementation intentions come into play through if-then rules and habit stacking. So if you brew coffee, then you review 2 words. After your commute, you dive into a deep work block.
It really simplifies decision making, doesn't it? Just set the trigger and you're off to the races.
Next, there's making it attractive through temptation bundling, pairing the habit with a small pleasure like your favourite tea or song, and making it satisfying with instant closure. Maybe tick off a checklist or give a mini fist pump when
Yeah,
done.
that little celebration is so key. And then you make everything visible, like a scoreboard that tracks, say, minutes moved, deep work blocks, or minutes spoken.
Absolutely. That visual scoreboard keeps you motivated every single day and makes progress transparent.
I also noticed they emphasize a weekly review process. Do you think that's a critical step?
Oh, for sure. Spending 15 minutes each week to check in, identify friction, celebrate wins, and adjust is central. It's like recalibrating the system.
I'd say that's invaluable. So after you've built that habit system, scaling smart is next? Like first locking in consistency before increasing volume?
Yes, exactly. For the first 2 to 4 weeks, you focus solely on consistency. Then you can improve quality and only then add more volume. It's a very systematic approach.
It seems very adaptable. And I like the resilience kit bit. Having a rescue protocol for travel, illness, or chaos by doing just a 1-minute version.
Right, that's essential to preserve your identity when life gets in the way. The idea is never miss twice. One day off is okay, but then bounce right back.
Yeah, that actually removes a lot of pressure. And even social scaffolding is built in with a check-in buddy to keep you accountable.
Precisely, even a simple emoji exchange or a shared scoreboard photo can help you maintain momentum. It's about creating community support.
So far, we've covered mindset, blueprint, and even the 30-day roadmap that lays out the week-by-week progression.
Yes, the 30-day roadmap is divvied into spark, stabilise, sharpen, and lock-in stages. You set up on day 0, then use week 1 to lower friction and complete loops, week 2 to set anchors, week 3 to fine-tune, and week 4 to build resilience and scale smartly.
That really creates momentum. And then there's the domain-specific playbooks, health, focus, learning, relationships, and even money. It's very plug and play.
Exactly. Each domain has clear cues, minimum viable actions, and lead metrics. Like your health cue might be shoes by the door, and your learning cue might be headphones on the keyboard.
That structured approach across different aspects of life is so comprehensive. But I wonder, don't you think sometimes trying to juggle too many habits might be overwhelming?
Fair critique. That's why they recommend starting with just 3 keystone habits and then parking the rest on a later list. It's a process of small wins building into an empire.
Yeah, that makes the whole thing much more digestible. And what about troubleshooting? I noticed there's a neat decision tree for when you forget or get bored.
Right, the troubleshooting section advises, for instance, to push cues into your path if you're forgetting, reduce the start line if you stop after 3 days, and use boredom as a signal to refresh inputs. It's all about adapting dynamically.
That's very proactive. It helps you see setbacks as signals rather than failures.
Exactly, and it reinforces the idea that success isn't perfection, but consistent progress. There are even ready templates, like identity cards, if-then cards, habit stacks, and a rescue protocol that you can literally stick on your wall.
I love having something tangible to refer to every day. It seems to tie everything back to the core idea. Build the mindset first, then lay one tiny true brick at a time.
That's right. Small promises kept daily can eventually build an empire. And when you have compassionate rules like never miss twice, it creates a sustainable path forward, no matter what chaos life throws at you.
I really appreciate the balance here between design, action, and flexibility. It addresses both the psychology and the practical steps.
Exactly. This approach works for every personality and schedule because it leverages universal anchors like coffee breaks, commutes, or meals. It's designed to reduce our reliance on fleeting motivation.
That's pretty genius. As we wrap up, it seems like this roadmap isn't just about habits. It's about creating a resilient, growing identity that adapts along with you. Would you agree?
Absolutely. It's about crafting an ecosystem where every small win leads to larger, lasting change. The idea is clear. Start with a strong mindset, build actionable habits, review and adapt, and then let that compound over time to create your very own habit empire.
Wow, that's a powerful message. To everyone listening, remember to start tiny and let those small promises transform into something substantial.
Exactly, tiny, true, today can truly evolve into a durable and fulfilling life system. Thanks for exploring this with me.
Thanks for the deep dive. This roadmap is definitely something to try out.